Hello, everyone. Hello, Facebook group, WhatsApp, also the friends in the Zoom meeting, Ruby. Nice to see everyone, and also for the people that they will see later chapters in the replay. So today, the grand finale. Today I'm very happy, very excited, as we will be sharing this closing. Remember, the Yoga Fridays is meant to be to help you to build your yoga practice. And we had already 11 previous steps, which we really hope it helped you. And today, the 12th, for me, very important day. This is part of an online project that we want to share with everyone. So today we will go in depth on what to do after the Yoga Fridays. Remember, what we are trying to do is to make independent yogis, which means to be able to practice yoga by ourselves when we need it. And this is very important for Comunidad Shanti and for me personally, to help the people to do that. And why? Because we will have difficult moments in life and we need some tools and techniques to go through it. So, are we ready to start? So today I will try something new. I will be sharing some PowerPoint. So I hope I can do it correctly here in the Zoom meetings. I will start sharing the screen. Let me see how it looks. Perfect. Can you see me on the screen, Ruby? Yes, great. So let's start with today's topic. Very interesting one, and is about the factors of failing in our yoga practice and also the factors for success. So, do you have mic on, Ruby? Can you speak or only write? Only write. Good. So then I will do most of the talk, and I know you like to write it. So let's go with this super interesting topic. So if we go back in time, we need to understand how yoga was happening. It's a little bit different than today. The people, men, women, we have changed. Of course, our essence remains the same, but our habits, our behavior, our way of thinking have changed in many ways. So it's important to understand that we need to adapt yoga to the present time. We cannot keep exactly the same tradition that 5,000 years ago than 10,000 years ago. So how does yoga adapt to the present moment? There is one main topic that we need to pay attention, and is that in the past, yoga was given by guru to disciple, guru to disciple. It was kept secret and only for a few lucky ones. Yoga was not for everyone at that time. But as the time keep passing on, some yogis, they realize that yoga, health, love needs to be for everyone. It couldn't be just for a few lucky ones. So the teachings start spreading and opening more and more, especially in the last century. We have many yogis from India that they go to America and to Europe and start spreading the word of yoga and meditation everywhere in the world. So these yogis that they go, especially from India to the West, they were following very orthodox and classic practice of yoga. These yogis were sent by their gurus. The guru said to the disciple, hey disciple, you need to go to France, you need to go to Germany, you need to go to United States, you need to go to Argentina, and start spreading the word of yoga where you go. So these yogis, they went and followed the mission of their guru. Yeah? But these people, more or less in the 50s, 60s, 70s, the main guru died. So the disciples, they were people from the West, the new generations, a lot of hippies. The hippies in the 70s, they start doing more yoga, more consciousness, but also mixed with our Western culture, with music, also some with drug and party. So some people, they kept the knowledge same as it was before. Very classical, very orthodox, also surrendering 100% to the guru, but a new way, they call it the new age, that is a little bit more open. Realize that there is also another ways to find happiness and health without the need of a guru. And why? Because imagine how many people they are lucky to find their guru in this life. It's something very difficult to achieve, especially because we need to be ready. Imagine that the guru comes and I am not ready. I cannot follow his mission. I cannot follow their instructions. So the people in the West, they realize, okay, maybe I'm not ready and I'm not 100% a yogi, but I want to live healthier and happier. Then yoga becomes more inclusive, not only for hermits, not only for 100% dedicated yogis, it becomes open to everyone. So here we come to a moment that we need to pay attention how we receive yoga. Before, it was given by guru to disciple. The guru is someone that already experienced what he or she is talking about. That's why it's called the dispeller of darkness. The guru is the person that can guide us and give us information on the path that take us to our heart, to take us to be better person. So here I would like to use the word guru in a more holistic way. I can say that anybody that help you to grow to be better person, that can be a guru. Maybe we cannot choose one, but we can choose many. There are so many people in the world and we can learn from so many of them. So this is the two ways. Always you will find that in yoga, there is more orthodox and classical way and more holistic, more tantric. So everyone, we need to find out which is our way. We can choose to find a guru, or we can try to find it for ourselves. Yeah. So here I would like to ask you, Ruby, if you would like to have a guru, or that is too much for you. I couldn't read it. Select. Good. So you feel that two options are possible. You can search for yourself, but also you can be able to surrender to a guru. Am I right? More or less? What will happen? Imagine that you find your guru and the guru says to you, would you like to be happy and healthy? What you will answer to your guru? So everyone ask this question to yourself. If your guru asks you, would you like to be healthier and happier? What you will say? Without somewhat? Ruby, I couldn't read. Hello, Anna. Welcome. I couldn't read the last message. I don't know why the message. Let me find chat. Good, beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Ruby. I will ask 1 second. I need to lift a little bit my computer, otherwise I cannot see all of you. I'm here, good. So we are talking about if it's necessary to have a guru or not to be able to reach self-realization or samadhi. So the orthodox classical yoga says that without guru, we cannot reach samadhi. Only through guru. Now, if we go more tantric path, they call it also the new age, says that also we can reach enlightenment, we can reach samadhi by ourselves and learning from others. So everyone, we need to find out what is our heart asking us. So here I want to share a little bit of my story in some moment. If you see here one picture I'm showing in the group, it's when I went to India. I was really, really thirsty to find a guru. I didn't want anything in life. I didn't want material things. I didn't want wife. I didn't want job. Nothing but to find my guru, because I was pretty sure that only with the guru I can reach enlightenment. So I searched a lot. I meet many people, many so-called gurus, and some real gurus. In one moment, I felt that I needed to ask the guru to give me initiation to become a real yogi. And when I was about to ask, I asked something to myself, and is, David, are you ready to surrender to the guru? Imagine that the guru asks you to stay in the ashram for 10, 20 years. Or if the guru asks you that you need to meditate for 5 hours per day. Or if the guru asks you that you need to repeat your mantra 100,000 times per day. So I say to myself, honestly, I'm not ready. That is too much for me. So why am I going to lie myself and to get the title of disciple if I will not follow? So I stay there for some time, about 8 months, and after I decide to follow my own path. That doesn't mean that I don't learn from people. But in the stage that I'm today, I feel that I'm not ready for 100% surrender. Still, I have my ego that I need to work through. And maybe someday my guru comes and I surrender. But for now, I choose my own way. And this one, see, the guru takes you straight. Yeah? You don't lose any time. If you do it for yourself, you go like this. Up, down, get a little bit lost. But personally, I feel that at the very end, also you can reach by yourself. So some people, they need the guru, others they choose to experience by themselves. So whatever you choose is more than welcome. So let's keep going. So I wanted to tell you about the first time that I heard the word guru. You just with your hand, tell me more or less how many years ago did you hear this word? Long time ago? More or less? Long, Anna? Like 5 years? Okay. Me, I was about 26 years old. And I was in a rehab center because I like to drink some Mexican tequila, a lot of tequila. So when I was there, some people, they go to do their social service to help the alcoholic and addicts. And their way to help, it was through meditation. I remember it was Osho Kundalini meditation. And when I did it, it changed my life. First time that I felt peaceful, first time I felt relaxed, first time that I see some clarity for my life. For many years I was lost, and I think that I don't have any way to be healthy again. And thanks to this first meditation, everything changed. I decided to go to India. I just took my backpack and left everything. I had there business, I have flat, I have my car, I have company, I have my family, I was getting married, but there was something inside that was asking me to do something, to change my way of living. So I'm telling you this because we will see the 6 main factors for failure in our yoga practice, and also the 6 main factors for succeed in the yoga practice. So one of the main ingredients for practicing yoga is to be really thirsty and hungry, to experience that peace. That becomes the most important thing in your life. Of course, friends, family, work is important, but the most important thing in life is to achieve that state of peace, of calmness, of happiness, of joy, of celebration. So all of us, we need to go in that search, everyone in their own way. But it's very often that we face similar situations. So what happens after the rehab center? Immediately after I left Mexico and go to India for 6 years, and I was very lucky to arrive to an ashram that they call it now, is more like a retreat center. In the old time, it was called the Osho Ashram. Osho is a controversial guru from India. Some people, they love him, others, they hate him. Me personally, when I arrived there about 15 years ago, he was already dead. So I don't know Osho personally, but the therapies that happen in their place, to me personally, again, it saved my life. Osho works a lot with emotions, with the inner child, with the relationships. So I'm explaining all this to understand that yoga goes much more beyond that only physical movement and breathing techniques. All this, for example, the meditations at Osho, connecting with emotion, doing work about the family, all this is yoga. Remember, yoga is everything that makes you to be closer to yourself and others. Don't get just a square mind and say, okay, yoga only if I do it in a yoga studio with my mat. There are so many ways to practice yoga. If you help the people, if you serve in any way, you are practicing yoga. So remember, Yoga Fridays is for building your yoga practice, not only for doing asana. Yoga Fridays is not for only for asana, but to try to understand all the panorama of yoga practice. So first stop in Osho Ashram. I was there at the beginning. It was very difficult for me. I never do yoga. I never meditate. In fact, I remember I hate meditation. I remember I go to one meditation and it was only 15 minutes meditation. And I was thinking, why don't make something shorter, like 5 minutes, 10 maximum, because 15 minutes is a lot. I cannot sit still for 15 minutes. So yoga is a journey. We cannot start the first day and want to be enlightened like Buddha with 30 minutes of practice. Remember, all of us, the ones we are here, we are adults, and already we have some damage in our body, in our nervous system, in our brain, in our minds. So we need to heal slowly and for a long period of time. So in the Osho Ashram, at the end, it was difficult, and after I start feeling very happy. There, everyone, they need to dress like this, like these monks. Everyone is to be in maroon robes. Everyone dancing, everyone celebrating, so many parties. So in some moment, I felt in heaven. And even I took my mother to India. She, at that time, she was super mega Catholic. And she was very brave to go there. And then she fall in love of the place and become Osho disciple. So my mother even do more than me. She's one of my great gurus and inspirations. So I told you that I was living here in the sky. I was feeling already enlightened. And then things start happening. I forgot that there is a law that says that everything that goes up needs to come down. So I was feeling so elevated. And then from one moment to another, my alignment was gone. I start meeting again negative friends. I start gambling again. I start drinking. I start lying. So how does this happen? A lot of people, they think, okay, when you start practicing yoga, immediately after, you become like a saint or an angel. It's not like that. Yoga is a journey, and the yoga journey is not straight. Remember, it goes up and down. This is something I really love from yoga, that welcomes everyone, even if you are a sinner. Even if 1 minute ago you did something terrible, now you can start changing. You don't need to be perfect. You can fall down, but we need to stand up and continue. So let's talk about the 6 major factors that prevents yoga to happen. I'm going to drink a little bit water, sorry. So can someone share with me, please, one of the main factors? What do you think that prevents yoga to happen? Can you tell me, Anna?
Well, I would say maybe laziness or internal resistance to this first energy barrier, no? In
Nice.
chemistry, we call it the activation energy.
Let me put here. Anna, Ruby. Tell us one, please. One. I cannot read. Okay, let's keep going.
Willpower. She said willpower. I can read the chat.
Excellent. Willpower. So you are saying that willpower prevents you to achieve yoga or lacking willpower? Lacking, no? So remember, what we want to achieve is the state of yoga. And yoga means union. And what does union means? To feel that we are connected with everyone and everything. Yeah? To keep it in simple words, of course, we can go deeper in the definition of yoga, but to keep it simple is to become aware that we are interconnected with all the human beings, all the animal, the nature, the universe. So that is the culmination of yoga, to perceive that, to feel like that. I don't know if sometimes happened to you that you were so relaxed, so peaceful that you felt like one with the whole universe, so relaxed, so calm. So that is the final state we can achieve as human beings. But there are things, actions that prevent us to reach there. So I will share according Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which are the main factors of failure in our sadhana. So the first one, and I'm professional on that, to overeat. How many times we eat without being hungry? At least 50% of the times. Not to say more, but so many times just we eat because we feel pleasure or because we are stressed, and with the food we calm ourselves a little bit. So if we overeat, we cannot achieve the highest potential as human being. Very simple. If the stomach is full, all the energy needs to go to the stomach center, to the digestive system. Then we cannot take this energy to the higher chakras. Imagine the Kundalini energy stays there in the stomach doing the digestion. I cannot be here. I cannot be here. So overeating is not only talking about eating too much, also is talking about the quality of food that we eat. So I don't know if it happened to you sometime late in the night, you eat some extra pizza or something heavy, and then the next day you wake up and feel super heavy, you feel bad, you feel nausea. How is this possible? We need to wake up every day feeling amazing, feeling recharged with energy, with inspiration for the day. But we start the day feeling with the stomach full and sick. So not eating correctly, it prevents us to achieve the state of yoga. So diet is very important and necessary to follow the yogic path. And at the same time, also, I suggest, this is my personal view, some people, they get very fanatic to eat perfect, never to break the perfect diet. For me personally, I think that there is moments like Tantra Yoga talks more about finding the balance. So, okay, I can eat 2, 3 pieces of pizza. I don't need to eat 2 full pizzas. Yeah, we can do it with moderation, with control. So next cause of failure in our sadhana, exertion. Exertion, it means that we overdo. Yesterday I went to do my walk, something around 9 p.m. in the night, some relaxed walk around. And then I see some person that I know that works very hard all day. He's working and working, and then at night, at 9 o'clock, he was running like crazy. And I say, how possible if all day he was working, doing very heavy job, lifting things, and now he's running for 2 hours in the night. So this sometimes the mind doesn't let us to stop. We need to take break. We need to relax and not do anything. Not even watching movies, not reading, even not doing yoga. Just relax, sit, watch the trees, watch the sun. So if we do too much, we cannot reach that state of Samavi that we are talking about. Third important cause of failure, over talking. So many times we are talking with friends, with family, or with anybody about kind of nonsense, yeah? Or even we are criticizing, we are judging, we are talking bad things about someone that even is not in front of us. So imagine I'm all day talking and talking and talking and talking, and I come at night and I want to be peaceful and relaxed when I go to meditate. Do you think that is possible? To me, it happens sometimes I'm working in the computer, and then immediately after, I want to meditate. And I'm just seeing the computer here. It continues the graphics, it continues the videos. It takes some time to calm down and to slow. That's why, as yogis, we need to practice mona. Mona means silence. We need to choose at least minimum 1 day per month to be 100% silent. And why do we want to be silent? Very easy. Because we want to listen to ourselves. We want to listen to our body. Sometimes it happens that because we didn't pay attention to the body, then we get sick. The body is talking to us, but as we are so busy and talking, we cannot hear. Not only the body, but our emotions, our heart. So it's very important to take some time of quietness, of relaxation. And silence doesn't mean not only talking, because I could be all day in Facebook without talking. But this counts like talking, yeah? It's more mental talking. So fourth cause of failure in our sadhana, this happens a lot, and is to have square minds. Yeah? So a lot of yoga practice, it can be a little bit different of what we do. Many crazy positions. Sometimes we need to take the tongue out. We need to make the eyes to look into the eyebrow center. Sometimes even we need to listen about guru and surrender. So all of this goes against many rules of society. In society, for example, when we are kids, the society tells us, you cannot scream, you cannot cry, you need to behave good. And then you ask to the adults, and what is to behave good? And then they give you their definition. And we grow with this set of rules. So for example, I grow with the rule that I need to have a business, that I need to be successful, that I need to achieve many things. And I thought that I needed to do it. I was following these rules. But yoga is asking us to be completely free, to be open to everything. Okay, I try, I listen, and then I decide what is the best for me. Not because it's a rule. It's a rule, but from my heart. So this is the only rule we need to follow. And sometimes to follow the heart, it's kind of crazy and take us to very wild places. But at the end, if we follow our heart, we feel peaceful. If we follow only the rules, maybe there is going to be something that doesn't make us to feel completely right. So the fifth cause of failure, negative associations. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, Ruby. So negative associations. This is very delicate topic because remember in yoga, we don't judge anybody. All we are the same. There is not good people and bad people. There is only people and we behave in different ways. Everyone has different needs. And it's then when we need to ask ourselves, what do I want in life? So imagine that you want peace, you want relaxation, you want health, you want wealth, but you spend all the time without doing anything, without studying, without working, only drinking and losing the time. So it's very important to have support from other people. And I'm talking not only during the yoga class, but in your life. Imagine you have some friends. I had some friends in the past that they were telling me that I was not good enough, that I was not handsome enough, that I was not successful enough. So at the end, I trust and I believe their words. All the associations, they were taking me down. They were pushing me and feeling worse and worse. But then I decided to change my life. I go to India, I start hanging out with yoga practitioners, with yoga teachers, with meditators, and they inspire me to want to be better, to grow. So it's super important to have positive associations in our life. And what to do with the negative associations. Me, still I keep contact with many friends from my crazy times. And always I try to keep some connection. I cannot talk openly about the yoga and about all this, but when we meet, I try to take them to my place. I remember one friend, I go back to Mexico and he said, David, can we meet? And I say, yes, of course, let's meet. And he said, okay, let's meet in this bar. And I say, I'm sorry, I cannot go to bars, but if you want, we can meet in the mountain. So we meet in the mountain and have some nice walk. So with your negative associations, you don't need to cut completely, but try to inspire them to come here and at the same time have your support group, which will be your inspiration. And finally, the sixth cause of failure in our sadhana, and this happens a lot, is unsteadiness, especially unsteadiness of the mind. When we are doing something, for example, you are doing yoga, and then you start thinking about your breakfast. When you are having breakfast, you are thinking about your work. And when you are working, you are thinking to go back home to see your family. So always the mind is in another place, completely unsteady. If the mind is everywhere, we cannot find our center. We cannot find our purpose. So it's very important to cultivate a steady mind. So this is the main 6 factors for failure in our sadhana, according Hatha Yoga Pradipika. There are many more definitions, but this is from one of the main yogic texts. And now let's see which are the causes for success in sadhana. Remember, today is the grand finale of the season 1. So I wanted to share about this topic to have some support. Already we see if we overeat, if we overtalk, if we overdo, that is not good. So now we will see what is the tools we get in yoga. One very important, the first one, enthusiasm. So I don't know if it happened to you. Sometimes you are very enthusiastic to practice yoga, and other days you say, better I stay in the bed for 1 more hour, 2 hours, and to sleep deep. So they say that yoga needs to be the same, like when you meet someone, imagine maybe younger, you fall in love of a man, a woman, and then you wanted to see this person every day and to do everything together and have adventures. Especially at the beginning, you couldn't imagine yourself without that person. I think that to most people happen. That was enthusiasm for the relationship. I want to find out about this person, why it makes me to feel so good. Why do I want to share time with her or with him? There were enthusiasm. And then we need to apply the same to the yoga practice. This is maybe even deeper relationship than with any other human being. Yoga is a relationship with ourselves. And this is the meaning of intimacy. Many times we think that we need someone to have intimacy. But yoga says that intimacy is to find out who you are, to spend time with yourself. So we need to have enthusiasm to spend time with ourselves. This is the most beautiful date we can have. More than with any other man, any other woman, every day one date with ourselves. To know more our body, more our emotions, more our heart, more our spirit. So, second cause of success in sadhana, perseverance. Perseverance in Sanskrit is called abhyasa. Abhyasa. It means constant practice for a long period of time. Yoga is not to practice for 1 weekend or for 1 month or for 1 year. The gurus, they say that at least we need to practice yoga for this lifetime. At least for this life. After, we don't know what will happen, but for this life, we need to keep practicing. Now the question arises, what should I practice? Remember, in the other Yoga Friday, we talked about the 8 steps or the 8 limbs of yoga. So when we say practice yoga, we need to practice the 8 limbs, not only doing 30 minutes of asana and breathing techniques. We need to apply the 8 limbs Ashtanga yoga. So now we come to one beautiful cause of success in sadhana, discrimination. Help me with this one, Anna, please. What is discrimination for you? I need to breathe a little bit.
Well, I would say more like prioritization, like you prioritize what is good for you and you don't do what is not good for you. So to prioritize, something like that.
Exactly. That is the conclusion of discrimination. Every time that you are going to do something, ask yourself if it's beneficial for you and for others. If the answer is yes, it's beneficial, then do it. If the answer is no, it's not beneficial for everyone, then don't do it. So this one is kind of easy and difficult at the same time. Many times we know that it's not the beneficial for everyone, but we do it. Also, many times we think because I'm serving the others, doesn't matter if I hurt myself. This is not yoga. To practice yoga, you need to perform an action that is beneficial for everyone. So if it's not beneficial for me and it's not beneficial for others, then it's not yoga. So in order to have discrimination in our life, we need to take the time to be present, to observe, and to take the time for every decision we make. So if we just act mechanically, we cannot have discrimination. Discrimination goes together with awareness, with presence, to be here and now. In that way, when we are present, we can discriminate easily. If we are just mechanically, then there is no decision, no discrimination, only chaos. So the forward for faith. So this faith is not the blind faith that someone says, okay, just do this and don't ask me why. This is another type of faith they call the faith of the kids. This I like from the Bible. Jesus says that in order to go to heaven, we need to become like kids. So what does that mean? The kid, for example, has faith in life, in the universe. Imagine when we are babies or when we are in the womb of our mother, we couldn't do anything. We couldn't take care of ourselves. We couldn't work. We couldn't earn any money. We couldn't walk. But we trust in the universe. We knew that everything will be okay. We were not worried. So is that type of faith of knowing that the universe knows the best for you and for everything. To stop judging if this situation is good, if this situation is bad. Situations are only situations, are lessons that the life is giving us to help us to grow. So the opposite of faith is to think that the universe is giving us some punishment or that is bad against us. Can you see me? I think that my screen is frozen. Yeah? It's frozen. Let me do something.
Yeah, now it's good.
Well, here I changed to my computer. Good. I need to have faith in my new device. Excellent. So let's keep going. We have faith in the universe that everything that happens is for a good reason. And here I will tell you a very short story. Some 100 years ago, there were a king, very famous, King Akbar. He was so powerful, even Alejandro Magno cannot fight against him. He was so powerful. He was the king of all India, Pakistan, all that area. And he was powerful, but also very wise and helping the people. It was a very good king. Next to this king, the prime minister. It was a wise, enlightened man. So the king and the prime minister go out to hunt And when the king is about to throw the arrow, the king cut his finger. And then the prime minister says, my king, do not worry. Everything happens for a reason. Have faith in the universe. And the King Akbar gets completely mad and crazy and say, how possible I am the king if I don't have one finger, I will not be worthy. What is the people going to think about me? And get very angry and send the prime minister to jail for 5 years. So during that time, one day, the king goes out to hunt and some thieves come to take him. These thieves, they were agora sadhus. These agoras, they eat humans and also they do human sacrifice. So when the agora sadhus, they put the king to offer to the goddess of death, they realize that the king doesn't have finger and they cannot offer this to the goddess. The king was released, he was super happy and go with the prime minister and say, Prime Minister, now I understand what you said. Everything happens for a reason. If I will have my finger, I will be dead today. So many times happens in life that we think that something that is happening is bad. But the universe is helping us. Just we need to wait and take the time. So to end the story, the King Akbar says, okay, now I understand why I lost my finger, but I don't understand why do you need to be 5 years in jail? And the prime minister says, very simple, because if I will not be in jail, I will be with you hunting today, and I have all my fingers, they will offer me as human sacrifice. So I'm happy that I was in jail and I'm alive today. So I'm pretty sure that to many of you happened that something bad, some difficult time, maybe some lost. It was very difficult time, very dark, but after some time, you understood why it happened. So this is one of the causes of success in the sadhana, to have faith, not to be doubting about everything. Especially now we are living very complicated times, full of doubts. Why not to change doubt into faith? This is one of the main ingredients of the yoga practice. The fifth, we need courage. It's not easy to go through the difficult times. Also, it's not easy to wake up every day and to practice. There is very beautiful yogic scripture, the Bhagavad Gita, that talks about courage. To make it a conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, it was a man called Arjuna, the same like you and me. We were searching for something else, but at the same time, we have our human part, our fears, our doubts. So Arjuna, in one moment, he needs to fight against their family, against their friends. It was a war called Kurukshetra. So when Arjuna sees that he needs to fight against the friends, against the family, against society, then Arjuna says, I will leave everything and I will become a hermit in the mountains and I will not fight. I don't want to fight. Then in this moment, Krishna comes to him and say, Arjuna, you need to fight. You are a kshatriya, you are a warrior, and you need to defend your dharma. You need to defend the word of love. You need to defend consciousness. The Bhagavad Gita says that Arjuna, he had the dry lips and the hands start shaking, but he decided to fight. He started fighting against his own demons. Of course, they explain that they start fighting with weapons and against each other, but this is only a representation of the inner fight. We were talking about the causes of failure in sadhana. For example, overeating. Imagine when you are full, but your mind says, go and eat more. You need to have the courage to fight and to say, you know, mind, I am not going to eat. You can do and say whatever you want, but I will not overeat today. Yeah? We don't need to fight for whole life. We need to fight, okay, today I fight against that negative habits, that destructive emotions. We fight against the fears. And finally, Hatha Yoga Pradipika is telling us to succeed in our sadhana, we need to have a sadhu sangha. And this is what we are doing right now. This is a sangha. This is people coming together for a positive purpose. We are sharing here about yoga, about meditation, about health, about consciousness, about how to be better. So as we repeat and repeat and repeat, it starts becoming part of our lives. On the other hand, if we don't have any support, nobody tells us that we are beautiful, that we are amazing, we start getting lost, we start getting depressed, we start getting sick. So this is one of the gifts and also one of the homeworks that you need to do after Yoga Fridays, to have a sadhu sangha. You need to have positive associations that help you to be a better human being. And this association doesn't need to be only related to yoga and meditation. It can be, for example, an exercise group of people. Also, it can be with some art, dance, music, to do walks in the nature, to talk about holy scriptures. So we need to have that group. Bhagavad Gita says, even when you become enlightened, imagine already in Samavi and as a perfect being, you need to keep sharing with positive people. So if you don't have a strong support group, it's nice to start finding. And right now is the easiest time to find each other. We have the internet, we have all this media to connect with different groups. There is thousands or millions of groups for meditation, for yoga, for sports, for healthy diet. So try to spend the time with these people. Good. 6 main causes of failure and success done. Let's see which is the next. There is no next. So we are done with the PowerPoint presentations. So family, already you have more tools, more techniques to continue practicing yoga. And I think right now there is no any excuse for not practicing. So I would like to ask some of you if you can share if you are ready to practice or something is missing, if you feel that some part you are not ready, can you share? Anna, please.
Yeah, I mean, I used to practice every morning before work and every evening. But last Saturday, I injured a bit my shoulder, omoplato. I don't know in English, how do you say that? So I stopped practicing for 4 days. So I restarted yesterday and it felt good again. So I need to take it easy.
This important topic that you mentioned, Anna, of course, we need to have commitment and dedication to the practice, but at the same time, also flexibility of not practicing. Yeah, don't feel guilty if someday you cannot practice. And especially when there is some injury, we need to take it more relaxed. And even sometimes happen that you stop practicing for 4 or 5 days, 1 week, and when you come back, you practice even with more enthusiasm, more dedication. Once in a while, we need to give a little break, not so long break, but some small, especially with injury. Me, many times I get injured neck and back. And what I do at that time, I have very soft practice or even only meditation and pranayama. So sometimes the body is not ready for the practice. Okay, just I breathe a little bit, I close my eyes. Even you can choose to do, for example, yoga nidra, mantra repetition, or just to put some relaxed music and lay down. The idea is that every day we practice some type of yoga, especially to be aware of who we are and why today I am alive. It's like our reminder, yeah? Every day, some few minutes, at least 5 minutes. Everyone, we have 5 minutes per day to dedicate. Okay, let's breathe. Remember, I am alive. Today is going to be a good day. Thank you, universe, for everything I have. So if we start the day in that way, we can live completely different. So, but already ready to practice by yourself, no, Anna?
Yeah. I have done few of them. Not a lot,
Excellent.
but few of them.
But some good. And Ruby also. Let me see the chat of Ruby. Excellent. So Ruby shares that remembering yoga in its broader context, that's my learning process, so much to learn. Exactly. Let me go back. So what Ruby mentioned is very important to keep aware of the totality of yoga, which is a real challenge. I see in the yoga classes, everyone will look like an angel and very peaceful and namaste and peace and love. But what happened in our lives? Do we have the same namaste, or we get angry, we get stressed, we are rushing from one place to another? So we need to take the teaching from the yoga studio to our daily life. That is the culmination of yoga. And of course, is really challenging. When you are in the yoga studio or practicing yoga by yourself, very easy, you are with the eyes closed, nobody is telling you anything. But when we come in relation with other human beings, is the moment to take a breath. I breathe and remember discrimination. What am I going to say to this person? Yeah, not just to speak immediately. We take a moment, we are present, and then we can keep going with our day. Doesn't mean that all day we need to be with the eyes closed meditating. We need to work, we have family, we study, but let's try to do it in a yogic way. Everything that I do it with yoga. What I eat, focus on yoga. What I speak, focus on yoga. My work, to serve and help the people. So when we can do that all the time, we reach the culmination of yoga, and that is called Samavi. So Samadhi is the last step in the yoga path. Only to mention briefly, me personally, I'm not worried too much of Samadhi because I'm very far from it. Still, I need to work with the base of yoga, but it's important to understand that there is going to be a moment that we will feel completely peaceful, relaxed, present, and doesn't matter what happened around. Many times we blame the situation, we blame our partner, we blame society, we blame politicians. We say, because of them, I am not happy. So the bad news is, if we have that approach, we will never be happy. Because politicians are politicians, and problems, there is going to be always problems. People will get sick, people will die, we will lose business. So we cannot give our peace to anybody or to anything. Yoga is giving us the key to recover our own happiness, our own peace. So the only way to achieve that, according to the yoga tradition, is to have a sadhana, a self-practice. This Yoga Friday was focused on that, to build your yoga practice. So it's nice to have this meeting, but the class is finishing soon, and then you will need to practice for yourself. I hope that you really do it. This is our wish to all of you, and that takes the yoga not only for yourself, but also to inspire others. Imagine when the people, they see you more happy, more relaxed, they will ask you, hey, Anna, hey, Ruby, what are you doing? You look amazing, you look shining. And then you say, you know, I'm doing this breathing, this exercise. So yoga, remember, starts for ourselves, to heal ourselves, and then to help others. So I really hope that we help you in some part of your path with these Yoga Fridays. And remember, today is the grand finale of season 1, but we will have more seasons. Don't think that you will escape from us. We will meet again, and you know, we are in all the social media. We have many free programs. Already you did some the yoga challenge. Also what else are you doing? The Yoga Fridays, also many classes. And if you need anything from our side, we are always open to support and to keep in touch. For us, it's very important not only to meet these 12 Fridays, but to create a nice connection. I like to call it long-term relationships. I like long-term. I don't like just like summer love and goodbye. And I like long relationships. And I want to say also goodbye in the name of Romina Tidoni. I'm very lucky also to be the husband, very beautiful wife, very beautiful person, an amazing teacher. Right now, she's preparing the next step. We are preparing something amazing for you, and very soon we will give you the good news. So she asked me to say thank you to all of you for your time, and also in the name of Comunidad Om Shanti. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Ruby. Also, thank you to our Spanish group. Today they couldn't come, but for sure in the replay. And thanks, Ruby. We are in contact. Are you doing the yoga challenge, Ruby? More or less. Okay, good. The nice thing, you have your members area you can access whenever you want. You have lifetime access. And with Anna, we have some one-on-one coaching missing.
Yeah, I think after the injury on Saturday, I should take the coaching. But I also want to say thank to both of you, because you have a lot of dedication and experience and expertise and love that you bring to these classes here on Fridays. So I think that you really deserve all our thank you and gratitude.
Thank you, thank you.
I will contact you for the coaching. I will contact you outside for the coaching sessions.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone. So we are coming to the end. I would like to close with a short meditation to say thanks for this time to all of you. So let's close the eyes for a moment, please. And right now we are coming to the end of a kalpa, a period of time. We call it Yoga Fridays, season 1. But as you know, it's something greater than that. We are closing a cycle of commitment to yoga practice, commitment to build our sadhana with the main purpose of becoming healthier and happier, to become an impact, positive impact to the world. So right now, I want you to visualize yourself shining, full of light, full of love. Try to share this light with all the beings, with all the people, with the nature, with the animals. Remember, yoga, union. Try to feel connected first to yourself, to your senses, your feeling, your heart, and slowly start feeling connected to all the beings in all the planes. Send your love, send your gratitude to every human being in this present moment. I wish you the best. Remember, you deserve to be happy. Right now, we need to keep supporting each other more than ever. We are having difficult times as humanity. So it's our obligation to help each other as much as we can. So the best way to help each other is to be at peace yourself first, and then to spread it wherever you go through your words, your actions, your projects in life. So try to visualize a prosperous, bright future, not only for you, but for everyone. Come to your heart. All your attention, your awareness is at the heart center, beating in love, in gratitude, in compassion. Your heart expands more and more, connecting with all the hearts in the universe. This unity helps you to feel peaceful, to feel relaxed, completely relaxed, relax, relax. Don't forget to breathe deeply. The respiration is your medicine. Observe how you feel much more calm, much more quiet in this moment. And from this state, we can come back to life. We can come back to earth. Slowly, gentle, start moving your fingers, your neck, if you need a little bit, to the sides. Let's bring our hands in front of the heart and repeat together for last time of this Yoga Friday, 3 times Om, followed by Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale deeply. Excuse me. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I'm sorry. So gentle, let's start opening our eyes. So thank you, family. Thanks to the people in the Zoom meeting, in the Facebook Live, also to the people they are going to watch the replays. We know it's not possible to come all the times, but I really wish that we help you in your yoga journey and that you are ready to practice yoga by yourself. Please take care and keep connected. Send you all my love. Thank you, Ruby, Ana. Muchas gracias. Que tengan hermoso día. Have a beautiful day. Take care.
Have a nice day.